Morning, welcome back to Allotment. Sunday the 13th of August 2023. I've just arrived up at the allotment and it's 9:30 now. Had a little bit of a lay-in yesterday. I was rather tired. Or rather, I had a bit of a lay-in this morning. My God, I'm puzzled. I didn't get up until about 7:30 and I've just came up the allotment now, got the kettle on, going to have a cup of coffee, and whilst it's dry for now, although the grass is a little bit damp, the sun is trying to get out. How long for we don't know. We're going to have this cup of coffee and I'm going to try and get this grass cut if I do nothing else. Right, what is it with this year? The weather stayed dry. I went out, the lawnmower wouldn't start. Took forever to get it going. Eventually it kicked into life and then ran sweet as a nut afterward. Now I want to just put a new spark plug in there as well, so I'm wondering if there's a bit of muck in the carburettor, but that's its only job if there is. Anyways, we got it going and it's done the job. The good news is we got the grass cut. The new strimmer that I had, pulled that out, first start, boom, happy days. Done half of the strimming, stopped for a rest, put the strimmer down, and after a cup of coffee went back out and will not start. It's just dead. It isn't even trying. Started in exactly the same way I've always started it, and it just will not start. It just give up the ghost. In fact, Andrew, my son-in-law, wanted to borrow it, and I thought, yeah, well, I'll get my strimming done first, then he can take it and use it, and let's just give up the ghost. It's now 12:15 and I've just came in for another cup of coffee, gagging for the drink, another drink, and the rest. I've managed to get all my grass cut. I haven't finished the trimming, but I've got all the grass cut. Thankfully I've took it right down to number 2, in the hopes that this will be the last cut before the end of the year. August, September time is usually when we do our last cut. It should grow back to just a nice height and leave it for winter. Right, what a full-on day. But I thought I'd take good of it while it was at least dry, because I know the forecast is really not good for the rest of the next week at least. So we've got cut all the way down this path again, both sides. We've got all of that field down there cut, and all of this field. And this is the smaller of the two, so you can imagine how big that one is. And then I've got all the way down here cut. Yeah, I haven't got trimmed, but my strimmer's not working, so it'll have to wait. Cut this area so I can get my car up and down there with the trailer to the gates. So overall, not much of a video, I'm afraid, but a cracking day's work. Right, 3:30 in the afternoon. 6 hours solid of cutting grass and fighting with the strimmer. Oh wow, but that was always the main goal of this weekend, was getting the grass cut, and it's now done. Plus we got the gates, double gates made yesterday on that fence for getting the trailer in and out and make life a bit easier. 2 really good productive jobs. I'm absolutely wiped out now, to be honest, but I've got one more important job that I need to do before I go home today, because if the weather does turn, I could end up giving myself even more challenges again next weekend. And as you know, the window, the plastic window in that polytunnel over there, or the tree house where the peach tree is, and tomatoes, has deteriorated. It was supposed to be UV protected and the plastic is crap, basically. So I'm going to have to try and dig some corrugated sheeting out, and if I do nothing else, cut that to size and get it screwed up against the window till another day when I have more time to make a proper opening window with the corrugated sheeting. So I'm just going to have this cup of coffee, and I'm going to have to get up and force myself to go and do this job. But it's an important job that needs doing. Yeah, I really this weekend wanted to get those new beds, cages built. But some other things have just got to take priority, and we've just got to get them done. Because if I leave those any longer, well, they just become twice as hard. Right, I've managed to find a couple of plastic sheets in this shed. They've both got holes in them though, but one overlapping the other. Hopefully we'll just get these tacked up, and that at least protect that plastic from ripping anymore and taking the roof off if the girls get up. Right, so all I'm going to do is screw them direct over this, just to stop the wind tearing that right out, and then lifting the whole roof and everything off this treehouse. Right, and there we have it. They're just screwed on temporarily, but at least to stop that plastic ripping and getting any worse, and more importantly the gales getting in there and doing untold damage. It's sealed up for now. So I've just been round all of these gladioli, and I've put in some bamboo stakes to give them a little bit of support, because the weather up here is, at the moment, it's really quite gusty. I put a little bit of string round that as well, and I've been round putting stakes in wherever they're showing coming up, because they were fallen between, they'd fell over, and as you can see, you're spoiling the flowers. This is a white one that's came through, and two nice peach ones. And as I said, we've been all round the bed popping in bamboos, except these two. I've run out of these small bamboos. There's another white one coming here. We don't know what colour that is until it opens. Another one here supported. Another one here with a bamboo. Another one here. One there. One there. Missed that one. Got the bamboo in there, but that one's got a flower on. I'll go and move that bamboo and support that one. Right, I couldn't resist myself. I've got the carcassing up of one frame, and it only took me half an hour to make that. Now, it was going to be 2 doors, but the width of the path isn't wide enough to take 2 full half doors, so I'm going to have to do it in 3, so it's more doors, more hinges, more snacks. But once it's done, it'll be right. At least I can come up possibly through the week after work, weather dependent, and start covering this now and making the doors for it. Happy days. Right, so Mrs. C has arrived up at the allotment now with Blue for a little run around. He's been doing that while I've been busy with that. She's just made me a cup of coffee, so I'm going to go pop over there and have that. Let Blue have a little bit more of a play, and then I'm going down home. Again, thanks for all your likes, dislikes, comments, subscriptions, suggestions, donations, your comments. Welcome to all my new subscribers and all the existing subscribers. Thanks everyone for following me along. It really is appreciated. And wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, be practical, and keep yourselves out of harm's way. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you again in the next video.